Welcome back, everybody. We're here at the RGL Season 9 Invite Playoffs LAN here in Foxborough, Massachusetts. Beautiful, beautiful Foxborough. We had some technical difficulties earlier, but I think that's all figured out now. I think we're chilling right now, and I'm here with the home crowd. Beautiful, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. We got a lot of cheering, a lot of energy today. We've got day 2, so we've got Witness Gaming and Froyotech playing in the lower bracket final. Whoever wins that is going to face G6 in the upper bracket grand finals today. We've got amazing games, some amazing talent happening, and I am very excited, very, very excited to see what our boys over at the desk are going to do today, and you guys are going to watch all day, hopefully. Hopefully you stay all day. I mean, get some breaks. We got some breaks in between. But my name is Tony B, and we are here ready to go in a little bit. I think we got starting around noon or ish. And that's enough of me. I am going to throw it back to the boys at the desk. Thank you very much.
Hello. It's me, the boys, here on the desk. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. Welcome here to the lower bracket finals here in Foxborough, Massachusetts, where we're beginning our day with Witness Gaming versus Froyotech, of course, which is quite the surprise for being in the lower bracket here for both of these teams, as they both entered this tournament as the favorites. I'm Rogue, joined here by Lacrum.
What's
How are you
up?
feeling,
How's
Lacrum?
it going? I'm feeling relieved now.
Excellent, excellent. And of course, thank you to Tony B for the intro and Dolphin for doing a wonderful job on production here. So, we have Witness Gaming versus Froyotech. What do you think is going to happen today, Lacrum?
Honestly, it's going to be fire, regardless of whatever it is. It's going to be so much action. I'm super excited for this. Witness and Froyo battling for that final grand final spot right there. That's kind of crazy to me. It's wild that actually Froyo got pushed down to the lower bracket final. You know, G6 having an amazing series of games yesterday, and not only that, but you know, Froyotech, like a lot of people thought that they were underperforming yesterday, which, I mean, you know, to each their own, but when it comes down to it, I mean, every team was playing amazing yesterday, and I'm really excited to see what these two teams actually have in store for each other.
And for anyone just joining us, this is a double elimination bracket between these 4 teams. So you're allowed to lose once, but as soon as you lose twice, you're out of the tournament.
Right.
So G6 has found themselves in grand finals already with the, you know, they have not lost a life yet in this double elimination. But we're especially surprised because Froyotech in our 3 years of RGL 6s out of the 8 seasons played so far, welcome here to the playoffs of Season 9. Froyotech has only lost grand finals once. Every other time they came first place North America. So what a surprise to see them here in the lower bracket.
Yeah, absolutely. And actually, we have the pick bands up right now on the screen. And you can see that, I believe that's Bagel right there?
Yes.
Or is that... Yeah, Bagel was banned by Froyotech. I believe that's Bagel. And then Witness actually go ahead and banning Product. And then the first pick from Froyotech was actually Granary. So we are going to be playing Granary, which is something we haven't seen a lot here at this LAN. We talked about this briefly, you know, just you and I, and it's going to be interesting to see how these teams stack up on Granary because of how old of a map it really is. Granary was a staple all the way back in the days of ESEA, and it's something that obviously a lot of the older veteran players know very well. The soldiers are going to be a huge impact on this map due to not only just like how the mid-fight kind of, you know, ends up shaping, but also the demos themselves. You know, Habib's gonna have to be bringing that pressure just the same as Artist is as well. And then afterwards, we've got Snakewater being Witness's pick. Snakewater, obviously, one of Witness's best maps. They've been showing up on that map all LAN, and even before them, they've been showing up and showing that that is like their pick. And then, of course, we've got a couple more bans. Metalworks being banned by Froyotech wasn't the best of showing for them yesterday on that map. And then, of course, Witness, looks like that is... I cannot tell. But anyway, Froyotech then picking Process is kind of the last map, if it does come to that third map.
Right. I'm very excited to see Froyotech's performance on the third map just because I thought they played pretty well. They were poised and had the right strats yesterday, but it seemed like maybe they didn't quite wake up and get their head in the game against G6.
Yeah.
And not only that, but G6 across the board versus both Witness Gaming and FroyoTech had these monstrous mids. And like I think that's when FroyoTech came back in the game, once FroyoTech was able to get a couple mid wins on the board. You know, maybe lose a mid, but you keep your medic alive, right?
Yeah.
So I'm very excited if we're lucky enough to see a third map.
Yeah, hopefully it does go to a third map. I mean, like you said, both of these teams are really, really good. Really, you know, it's crazy that FroyoTech got knocked down to this lower bracket final. But at the same time, like, if it's gonna be against, if they're gonna be put down there, it's gonna be against somebody like G6 or Witness Gaming, you know. And really, it's the battle of third place right now.
Very true, very true. Yeah.
Could we possibly be seeing another third place banning?
we might. That would be one for the history books for sure, huh?
Yeah. Especially at the first ever RGL LAN. That's kind of huge.
Yeah, these are the proving grounds, and we've discussed them already, but G6 winning both of their matches yesterday going into Grants had such a showing, for example, with Kobe making his invite debut here and heading straight up to Grants on the first ever RGL LAN is quite impressive. And I think these teams, even between FroyoTech and Witness, aren't as used to having their tournament lives on the line in a match like this, especially FroyoTech.
Yeah, no, actually that's kind of huge. I believe at the Philly LAN, it was Witness G6 and Witness actually were considered to be more of the favorites going into that grand finals, and now Witness is kind of staring down the barrel of that same gun.
Yeah, that's especially what's going to be the deciding factor once they have that first map down, right? Because whoever's down after map 1, you have no choice but to bring it back in map 2. There's no relaxing, no time to breathe.
Yeah, that's a must win for map 2. And luckily, you know, if Witness can pull out the win on Granary, that's Froyo's pick, and then they're going straight to their pick. So that's kind of what you want. That's kind of the best series of events for Witness. However, FroyoTech, you know, they're really looking forward to, like, all right, let's establish our dominance now. Let's establish our dominance on this first map, and then from there, they're gonna kind of find themselves a little bit more comfortable and more in the driver's seat.
Right. Yeah. And I think, too, it's one of those things, like, especially being here on LAN, it's such a human element to it.
Yeah.
Where, you know, when you're at the server, you know, you're kind of relaxed in your normal setup and comfortable with what you're used to. But here, the nerves get to you with the audience, the sounds, the lights, right? So especially coming into this first game, you know, it's like once you get your first kill, you can relax a little. Once you win that first mid, you can relax a little. And especially if you get off on the wrong foot here this early here at just noon on a Sunday, that's going to be, I think, a big factor leading into the rest of this match.
I mean, yeah, it's early for me. I mean, noon, I'm usually never awake at this time, so it's still early for me, but, you know, it's still early for a lot of these teams as well. You know, we've got a lot of action left for today. We've got a lot more games to be played. We've got a lot more medics to drop, and we've got a lot more winners to be had as well.
Absolutely, and shout out to Skis with the first drop of the LAN yesterday. But Skis did come back. I mean, played like an absolute champion.
That was one of the things too. Is we had you know, we had so, like, to me, Skis was playing on another level yesterday too. That was wild to see, and it looks like we do have 12 in the server right now. So we're gonna hopefully go ahead and jump on in there as soon as possible. But no.
Yeah, just having a little bit of a SCV issue on our end, but we'll be able to follow the feed live on the screen. Anyway, I'll take a look at this, Lachrome, if you could help me out a little bit.
Yeah, sure. But yeah, no, let's see. We're gonna have we're getting into the SCV right now, and let's go ahead and run down maybe the teams for Witness and FroyoTech. So we got, for Witness, we've got the Scouts being Brand Slam and High Five. Brand Slam on the Combo Scout, High Five on the Flank Scout. For the Soldiers, we've got Ash on Pocket, Laz on Roamer. For the Demo Artist, and the Medic is Lol Guy. As far as FroyoTech is concerned, they're bringing back a little bit of a shifted, switched up lineup. We do have Eric on the Scout, Banny on Combo Scout. Marmaloo is going to be, of course, on the Roaming Soldier, and Jay is going to be on Pocket Soldier. And then we've got Habib bringing up the Demo, and May as Medic. So, I mean, two really stacked teams here, and really looking forward to see what they can do against each other.
when we find ourselves here at this top level, you know, these players are so phenomenal at what they do. I mean, even looking through the stats yesterday, there were some games that were closer or farther apart, but every player individually, I think, did fantastic. Like, if you look through the logs, right?
Yeah.
Especially Banny was phenomenal, going something like 80 and 40, and Artist, I think, was doing a great job as well, putting out the damage, but not taking any deaths.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's crazy because, you know, like, you see the stat lines and you're like I think I remember at one point I looked and I saw that, who was it? It was, the demo for G6, Logan. Logan had 460 DPM in one match. Like, that's insane. The dude was playing out of his head, and it was it's really cool to see, like, everybody step up. And
all right,
looks like we're gonna be starting here real soon.
We are just getting everyone ready to go. The match is apparently live just before us, but
Just come left. We can fight it slow.
right, here we go. We are now live in the game. Welcome to the lower bracket finals.
With the 95.
Working our way as the mid fight was won by FroyoTech here. We're getting some cap time arrows and taking some space forward. Right now, we're going to push all the way back to their leads, but both teams hold this even uber.
Yeah, Eric just on the mid cap there, just trying to make sure that everything gets all capped up. Both medics still at 100% uber charge. Neither of them got forced there. Jay going down pretty low, but does end up getting that arrow. They really look like they want to try and push into this lobby area, and we do see High Five on switching between a couple of off glasses here, finally deciding on the engineer. Hopefully he can get that gun up in time. Habib trying to work his way into that kind of lobby, upper lobby area, just trying to peek through it, hopefully not drop anybody here. Maybe looking for a soldier stack here by Marmaloo, not quite sure, trying to get out there, trying to spot, maybe take down the gun. Oh, lots of damage though. Eric down to 30 health, and that's actually 2 down on the side of Froyo. This could prompt a pushback by Witness Gaming.
Witness working their way back into lobby here, but you got to check these corners, all the little corridors, doorways. It's so hard to get back in.
Yeah, Ash and Laz going down really low there, but luckily they were able to get back. Ash still really hurt. It hasn't got an arrow. Finally does end up getting that reset. And yeah, it's going to just kind of even out here. Both, and then, oh, look at that. We've got Brand Sam actually on the sniper.
Excellent, excellent. No off classes from FroyoTech while they're on the offense here, but Brandslam looking to make that difference, get that one crucial pick that'll allow his team a chance to get out of their own last.
Oh, and just like that, Banny goes down to a stack from Brandslam. Out there on the right side, shutter for them. Still looking, trying to see if he can get anything else, but still Banny pick. That's a pretty big pick.
Yeah, we got something to work with, but we got to make it something promising, right? Now the team's working their way a bit forward. The soldiers checking to see who they find caught out. And Froyo is taking a ton of damage, but no one dying, crucially.
Yeah, nobody dying, unfortunately. Banny coming back up on the scout, so no off classes there for them. They're really just going to try and push him forward. Oh, as I say that, though, big damage there for Marmaloo going down to Ash. And then we also see that Laz ends up getting cleaned up by Jay. So the soldiers kind of swapping there for both teams.
Right now, the offense, FroyoTech here, are trying to find some way into this last, but you don't want to lose too much, otherwise you're going to get pushed back to your second, right?
Right, yeah, and of course, you know, maybe on the lookout for any sort of shenanigans like spy or anything like that, but we do have High Five still on that engineer to kind of deny any sort of forward pressure that the soldiers might bring.
I kind of like Brandslam on the sniper here, make them scared to even open this door, right? FroyoTech has no off classes yet. Maybe we'll see one if they have no luck anytime soon, but FroyoTech definitely taking their time to come up with basically the perfect play.
Yeah, and this is why a lot of veteran TF2 players really don't like Granary, because of this stalemate between last and second here. It's really hard to break through onto that last, especially when you have High Five on that engineer.
Look at this spot from May, buffing up the team, buffing up the soldiers to go in for the play.
Whoa. That was scary. That was scary. Brandslam actually had a bead there on May, but unfortunately not able to hit the shot. And Brandslam kind of getting a little more ballsy there in that shutter area, trying to peek through. Actually getting rushed out by the scout, but unfortunately Banny not able to pick up that kill.
Yeah, May's asking Brandslam, you awake? Do you have what it takes to frag me on land?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they're trying to test each other right now because honestly, whoever wins this first point going forward, that's going to be how the momentum shifts.
Absolutely. We do have only 2 minutes until the stalemate timer is leading us to a reset, and FroyoTech is going to lose this advantage. We go back to mid with no winners.
Oh, but oh no! No, the Marmaloo spy actually getting caught out there in that upper lobby area, just not able to really work out. And yeah, that's going to be one down on the side of Froyo as Witness is going to try and pressure in here a little bit more.
Yeah, that's why all these players spend all their time shooting the ground, just in case someone happens to try maybe
Oh, but
going
Habib
through.
getting caught out there. Oh, luckily does get the arrow. Habib going down really low, but just trying to hold off that aggression through the shutter side.
With only a minute 20 left, there's almost enough time to exchange an Uber, build another, and go back in again, but it looks like FroyoTech is just kind of waiting for that perfect moment.
Yeah, they're just going to wait. They're not going to try and rush it. They would rather it reset than do something stupid like get May killed.
Right, very true. Putting in some pressure for the bombs coming in. Oh, that would have been quite the air shot. And there's the air
and then
shot.
Eric goes down to a beautiful rocket by Ash. That's going to be 3 down on the side of Froyo, and this must prompt something from Witness to try and push forward, right?
Yeah, but are you brave enough to go past Habib's sticky traps? There's one, there's two on the pillar, there's another behind the wall. Oh, they're everywhere.
Brayas, I'm getting rushed down by Banny right there. Does end up going down. Banny looking for more. He really wants to kind of push forward into this last now that they have it opened up a little bit. They have to take down that gun. The gun not going down. Finally does go down to Habib's pipe. Habib going forward. Banny takes the Uber. The Ubers are exchanged onto last here. They're going to be fighting over this point right now. The Uber finally getting popped back onto the demo, and it looks like it's going to be Habib with some nasty pipes over there on the left side. Laz going down. Fry's going down everywhere. Huge pipe by Habib on the long guy, and it's just the heavy up over there. Oh my God, May getting out with their lives, and luckily, whew, that was huge.
Wow. They have just a couple seconds to get on point before the reset. Stalemate, nice try. Wow, excellent play out of Witness Gaming to hold there, especially that late round heavy.
Yeah,
you almost go ahead.
And then Habib with that pipe onto Lol guy, that was huge, but unfortunately not able to turn the tides there for Froyo.
Yeah, that was a gnarly pipe, but you know what? I think going for the heavy there, the heavy's the one doing the damage, stopping your cappers. Leave Lol guy alive, right, and stop the fragger. But
well, I mean, you know, Habib was pushed all the way back onto that left side behind the wall. He was really just going for any sort of damage that he could at that point.
Well, here we find ourselves on mid, round 2.
Big bomb in there from Jay coming over the top and trying to land on something. Does get some chip damage. Oh, but ends up getting high five into the wall with that rocket. And we see Marmalou going down to Brand Slam, and it looks like this might be a Froyo mid. Oh, Laz, though, 10 health. Will he survive? No, does end up going down. Jay all the way down to 8 health, and Banny going down to a beautiful pipe from Artist. And looks like Witness is just going to try and back up and try and hold this second point as well as they can, knowing full well that they might actually end up having to just give it up.
Both medics actually surviving this mid, which I find impressive here on Granary. It's pretty difficult. It's a bit of a bloodbath there in the middle, right?
Oh, but as you say that, Jay going in, beautiful rockets there, but does end up getting taken down by Ash. And it looks like Froyo is still not able to actually fully get into this second point.
Yeah, you almost have to like push mini points to get along, right? You have to go through the choke, then you have to get through the shutter, then you have to get towards the point. So FroyoTech have to take every step without losing anything in return. Making our way here, it's still even Ubers, but you have so much high ground on the side of the defense here for Witness Gaming. You can see them in the you know, catwalks and on every different doorway.
Yeah, and they're really trying to make sure they lock all of that down, because just one Froyo player that gets behind can spell absolute disaster for this team.
Yeah, we gotta, you know, kind of massage one doorway and then see if they let you in. If they don't hit the other, right? So Froyo's making their way up on the far side flank, bringing their heals over there as well, so that the soldiers can win that flank battle.
Yeah, and at the same time, Witness is locking down that middle lobby area, really making sure that nobody can get through. We do see the soldier trying to come in right now onto Laz, and Laz actually end up slamming him down to the ground. Marmalou does die for that, but Froyo are like, okay, it's fine. We'll back up, we'll regroup, we'll get our buffs, and maybe we'll try pushing somewhere else.
Yeah, there was a huge opening right there through Z after Laz went down, but wow, what a nice trap out of Habib.
Beautiful trap from Habib, does take down Laz, and they're going to be up 1. Jay really getting into that catwalk area now, and actually is behind them, but High Five knows that they're back there. Habib down to 6 health. And it looks like Jay's going to be going in for a big bomb onto the medic. Doesn't get much, and actually taken down by Artist. However, the scout does come in. Eric does end up finishing off Artist, and Habib goes down as well.
Oh, so much space brought there. Wow, Marmalou's still not done. They're still here. The Uber gets forced out. All right, actually, that's a great play out of the rest of the team there, too, helping coming in the wings.
Yeah, Marmalou's going to be bombing forward, trying to get onto the medic, but 6 health, does get the last rocket off, but doesn't get the force.
30 HP on Lol guy, holding it down. That's what I like to see. Those are the LAN nerves that, these are nerves of steel anyway, and that's how you win LANs.
Exactly. So now it's going to be Lol guy with the almost 80% Uber add on to for Witness Gaming. They just need to pressure through here. Oh my gosh. Jay really hurt right now in that upper lobby area, and Oh, they're just not pressuring them, and they're finally getting onto the point here.
Yeah, that's how you stifle a player like Jay going for the jumps. But actually, the Uber does get exchanged out in yard. Ooh, huge rockets out of
Marmaloo! Benny also coming forward. They drop almost everybody. Oh, high five right now, dude. A 2v1 right here.
Almost got him. We trade everyone down, and Eric is running as fast as they can to get onto this last.
Yeah,
nice teamwork here.
5 seconds left, 4 seconds until they're up. This is going to be a clean cap for Froyo. And wow. Froyo takes that first point in this lower bracket finals.
First round of the day here in Foxborough, Massachusetts at RGL Season 9 LAN lower bracket finals. Congratulations to Froyo. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Yeah, let's see if they can replicate the mid that they had last mid.
I'm going to pay extra attention to these medics and how these teams are keeping so many people alive here, huh?
Absolutely. I mean, that's your best bet. That's and it looks like Artist actually is going to have the health advantage here, and getting some spam out, making sure that the scouts and the upper crate areas are being locked down. Really, we haven't seen much yet, but Jay's going to have a huge bomb over the middle, right onto the scout, onto May right there. Does get some damage out, but does end up going down to a high five scout. There's frags going out everywhere. It's just a high five up now. It's Banny and Eric, and Banny and Eric clean him up pretty easily. Banny getting that kill, and it's going to be another mid for Froyo.
Yeah, trading those meds pretty quick, especially once you lose yours, you have to get theirs, and both of these teams are very aware of that fact. But I think Jay has some magnets in his rockets or something, because they just do 40 damage more than from anyone else.
Exactly. It was kind of wild, and actually, as you say that, we do see the off class coming up here right now for Jay. So we can see maybe some shenanigans happening.
Yeah, talking about the stalemates in these doorways, Jay's going to be a big difference maker here as the fight goes into yard.
Yeah, we do see him up there. Oh, 136 onto the medic, 20 health left on Long Guy. Long Guy's just chilling in the corner, and as we say that, Marmaloo tries to jump forward and gets absolutely shredded by Brand Slam and high five.
Wow, Witness Gaming actually somehow, despite almost losing their med, win out on that fight by just getting the one frag on Marmaloo.
It's true, yeah. No, does get the one frag, and they're trying to push into middle here. Ash is going to be bombing over the middle. Not really seeing much. Actually gets shredded by Banny and Eric. So both of these scout combos are doing a really good job of denying any sort of pressure from their soldiers.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a different game now that you know they have the sniper, right? How do you hide from Jay? How do you play around these sight lines? And yeah, we can see WG. It's like a freaking tunnel of a kaleidoscope, but no one there.
Yeah, Marmaloo, unfortunately does get picked up by a beautiful trap by Artist. And the Uber does get exchanged actually here. We do see Jay down to 40 health, and both medics had to pop right there in that middle shutter area. They really didn't want to pop right there, but we do see Jay with a huge headshot onto Ash, taking him down, just absolutely destroying Ash right there. And that with 2 down now for Witness Gaming, they do get their spawner, but they're really gonna have to back up.
What a quick one out of Jay. Now it's go time, go mode. Froyo shoving the way forward, and look at this. Artist really locking down this point, trapping up everything left, right, and center. Jay going for a really quick shot onto Lol Guy, but Lol Guy slinks away at just the last second.
Yeah, and let's just look at those Ubers. It's exactly 100% dead even right now for each Uber. And really with Jay up on that sniper doing some work, Froyo doesn't even really need to do much. They just need to wait for him to go ahead and get that next pick.
I like those faster plays where when you're just about to come up on Uber, send someone in for the sack anyway. What are they going to do? Push back in you without it? But you do have Jay on the sniper. Ooh, he goes for the shot, but thinks better of it.
Yeah, and it's good that he did back up there because he was going to be met with about 4 stickies and 16 rockets. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've had worse greetings. I don't know.
Exactly. But so now it's just going to be a bit of a stalemate here for this last push. Froyo Tech very much in the driver's seat for this. And really, they just need to work Jay in. It looks like he's going to be trying to look onto those pipes, maybe in the upper area. And does end up getting Ash again. Jay just absolutely has Ash's number right now on that sniper.
Holding it down, yeah. Jay knows exactly what he wants, and by God, is he going to get it. Now, Froyo Tech is trying to buy the space, you know, turn this molehill into a mountain and snowball their way into this last with another pick or two.
Yeah, and that's really all they need right now, as Jay's going to be trying to peek out onto this left side, maybe peeking real deep, thinks better of it, and end up coming back into that middle lobby area. Yeah, just isn't really finding the shots he wants. He picked up Ash, but you know, that's not enough for them to warrant a push into last.
with the way that Witness is playing this last, you can see the gun is so close between the doors, and the team are playing closely around the guns. So for Froyo to get anywhere and do anything, they have to hard commit, right?
Yeah, and then as we said that, Habib kind of peeked out on that right side area, just popped dash with a real quick pipe. But yeah, they're really trying to hold that upper area. They know that that's where the soldiers want to get in through, and they're just not. They haven't really been able to find much yet.
I was gonna say we got FroyoTech really cyberbullying on with the sniper and everything, but I guess we're on LAN, right?
Brand Slam though does win the SPS against Jay, and that's gonna be huge because hopefully they can try to open that shutter up and get another pick with Brand Slam.
Yeah, Ash can breathe a sigh of relief. It's actually, wow, Habib locking this down. Brand Slam going for the quick shot, but not gonna find anything from it.
Yeah, as we see that though, Ash getting pretty low there. Eric down to 50 health.
Both right on the other side of the wall, but neither the wiser.
Yeah, and it does look like there's going to be a bomb in here from Marmalou just to try and get any sort of damage they can. Laz goes down, but so does Banny. And then Jay goes back in, but gets absolutely thrown away by the sentry. And High Five picks him up with a quick couple pistol shots.
Yeah, of course, when you're going for these sacks on last, you know, you're fine playing down one because it's hard for the defense to push out. But that being said, we already have some pressure onto the flank.
Oh!
I think of such late spawners, but Ash goes down for it.
Habib, though. Habib somehow stayed alive.
Working our way back into last here on the stalemate. Trying to find any way in, but again, we reached that 2-minute timer on the clock, so now is the time to act.
Exactly. And, you know, we do see Brand Slam still on that sniper, too, as we see a big bomb in here. Not really getting much, though. Yeah, Brand Slam able to hold him off a little bit. Oh, but the Uber does get popped out onto the Law Guy.
Yeah, right from the wings, the rest of the FroyoTech players peeking in those last doors at the last second. It was just too much for Law Guy to milk any longer. Yeah. So full ad for May on FroyoTech.
Yeah, FroyoTech now with the full ad here, and they got both of their spawners coming up right now. Brand Slam thinking about maybe switching off of that sniper, not quite sure. But, you know, with this full Uber ad, all they need to do is push in, take down the gun, and then secure last.
Yeah, FroyoTech getting everyone nice and buffed, picking, all right, I'm going in this door, you're going in that door. Got it? Got it.
Yeah, exactly. They want to make sure that they know, they should already know what the plan is as they're going to be coming out through that left shutter. And immediately the Uber gets popped off onto Habib, and the stick's still not dead on the point. And as the Uber comes forward onto the heavy, we see Ash bombing in, gets a nice kill onto Habib. So the demo is down early. Laz with 20 health does end up surviving, but there's a lot of cap time on the point. And it's just Ash up over there. Oh, finally the soldiers bomb forward. Jay still alive, 69 health. Oh, does end up going down there to Laz, and that's going to be a wipe from FroyoTech. Witness Gaming charging forward to get that next point.
Wow, FroyoTech spent the first half of that Uber spamming and then sent the other half collapsing, closing the distance, and Witness scattered excellently because they went far enough away to bait the point and then collapsed back down on it, so holding down the round.
And you see it, though. We do have the Banny sniper, and he gets that 150 onto the scout. Oh, and a beautiful headshot onto Laz!
That's what we like to see. 5-ping sniper here on LAN. And staying in the shot.
Oh, and High Five goes down as well. Can he get another?
What an angle coming out of that little bit of the ramp over here, too. Banny's not done.
Banny is not done, and he's going nowhere. Ash, though, does end up getting taken down by Marmalou, and Artist goes down to Banny as well. And Brand Slam trying to pressure him. 3 health Marmalou as he's battling this soldier in lobby. Does end up going down to Laz. Habib with some beautiful stickies and pipes. And Brand Slam goes down as well. Banny said, you know what? If it's working, it's working. Let's keep pushing this forward. And the switch, oh, he almost saw May right there, but not quite able to keep the bead on him.
Yeah, Witness had used their Uber advantage into FroyoTech, but this leaves Froyo with that now.
Oh, Long Guy goes down to Banny's sniper out of a quick shutter peek, and that's going to be a huge advantage for FroyoTech here.
Yeah, Banny was hiding in the shutter at first, not sure if he wants to commit to the sniper, and then after those 2 picks, I'm walking in if I'm Banny.
Oh yeah, as I say that, the Uber popped up onto Habib. Artist doing everything they can to try and spam him down, but does end up dying. No sticks on the point. Quick turnaround meat shot by Eric. Eric takes down the scout as well, and it looks like Brand Slam goes down, and that's going to be another point for FroyoTech.
Oh, Banny holding it down, the captain of FroyoTech, TF2's longest best player, right? This is showing he's here to win. He's not here to keep messing around, taking the game in his own hands and pushing forward. Really well done.
Absolutely, just captaining his team towards a W. As it looks like we do have a bit of a tactical pause coming out here from Witness.
Yeah, once you're down 0-2, this is the right time with Coach Cookie Jake as well, you know, just kind of tossing ideas around, thinking, how do we get our way back into this game? Anything obvious to you, Lucrum?
Oh man, it's there's a lot to unpack right there from those 2 rounds, you know. We've got some support coming out from the crowd here for Witness, and you know, rightfully so, because they're playing a good game. It's just they seem to be on the back foot most of the time.
Absolutely. I mean, I think that Sniper was a big difference maker here for Banny. I mean, we saw it out of Jay, and we saw it out of, I believe, Brandslam a bit earlier as well. But Banny's the one who's making this big difference here, literally winning the round, going from mid to last, all off of his shoulders.
Absolutely. And, you know, it's one of those things that, like, once you actually get that momentum going, you don't want to stop. You want to just keep pressuring and pressuring and pressuring, and that's what they've been doing extremely well.
That's why I really feel that this map was sort of a punish pick from FroyoTech against Witness, because the strats are so different on this map than normal, because normally we saw yesterday that Artis was playing fantastic, and especially High Five and Brandslam always holding it down on Scout on Witness Gaming. But this map is so different, right? Like you have to work as such a unit to clear these corners, make your way into these different entryways and exit ways and things like that. So I think FroyoTech is a little bit more polished, a little bit more coming in with the right strats at the right time.
Absolutely. And I mean, you know, they've obviously shown that they deserve to be here, and like both of these teams deserve to be here. They deserve to be fighting for that last chance at gold right now, and we're just gonna see even more of that from them, I believe.
But also, if you're Witness here, you almost appreciate that this is your warm-up map, right? First thing of the day, at least it's their map, and it looks like we're coming back into the game.
All right, we're going into this third mid, last mid of the half, as Sticky does bounce off of Marmalou right there, but good rollout nonetheless. And what do you say about these rollouts?
Yeah, we have both demos going catwalk, it looks like. Yep, you have an option for a pack down below if you like. Artist drops down onto the crates, both going forward with 50 health. Artist on 10, but grabbing that bow from Lol Guy.
Yeah, we do see the patented J-bomb coming over here right onto Lol Guy, and Lol Guy goes down quick to it. As we see that both the soldiers have beamed down to about 10 health, right? 6 health right there. And Marmalou down to 50. Oh, there's so much damage on either side. Laz just trying to stay alive here, and they're just,
Another 2 getting Eric and May with that rocket there into the lobby as everyone's waiting for arrows or just kind of...
Banny somehow surviving right there. Banny's the only one up on the side of Froyo. It's going to be him versus Artis. He gets that chip shot onto Artis right there, and it's just going to be Banny behind against Laz and Brandslam.
With no meds, you know everyone's 3 HP, but now meeting up with the rest of their team, it looks like Froyo happened to die a little bit earlier, so they're getting into the mid a little quicker, but the rest of Witness Gaming managed to get the cap in time.
Yeah, they do get the cap too, and they don't want to give this up. They want to take this forward pressure.
Ubers are a little bit in favor of Witness Gaming, about 20% of an advantage.
Lazo on that like light right there. Jay goes down quick, and it's going to be a big drop down onto the rest of Froyo. And it just wasn't enough. May still alive, still about half health. Does get spammed out a little bit. Habib going down to about half as well. And yeah, just the pressure right there, able to push Witness out of that mid. Banny just taking the charge right there as they want to keep going forward. They want to keep moving forward as, oh my God!
Whoa!
High five and Habib colliding in the middle, finishing them off. May Banny going down, and this is a complete turnaround. Marmalou going for a big bomb, just trying to get the pack, but he's decided to back up a little bit here. Just trying to stay alive, but does not end up staying alive because Laz has got his number.
Wow, Froyo won that fight so hard, but then Witness came back in with the Uber and said, surprise, no even thinking about it, no waiting, no nothing.
Yeah.
Habib working this yard a little bit. They're trying to do this forward hold that looks very well.
Right there, and look at that, just Eric going forward. He's just got the medic right now, ends up picking him up, and that's going to be a complete switch around for Froyo.
Free eating him for breakfast without any milk. Look at this. Eric's not done still, working all the way in the mid. There's
Eric
one left.
Beast.
Eric smells blood.
Eric Beast, he's just coming forward.
Wow. Now, FroyoTech working their way back in. There's not too much. Actually, they ended up losing May at the very end there, so a nice salvage out of Witness Gaming.
Yeah, nice salvage there, and they should know that. They have the Uber advantage here. Not by a lot, but a 30% Uber advantage is going to be probably enough to prompt something.
Yeah, right. It's like so middling of expected value. Like, we won the fight and we have more ground, but now we have disad, so, you know, it's kind of 6 of one, half dozen of the other.
Yeah, but Froyo doing a fantastic job of building right now, and they should be evening it out actually here, as the Ubers are about 60% each.
Not seeing any off classes quite yet, but it looks like both of these teams is not enough to use the advantage, so maybe we'll see a classic soldier sack and kind of pressuring out these doorways looking for an opening to get in.
Absolutely, and we'll probably see Marmaloo or Jay, or probably both, try and get through here and create some space. And you know, we do see that they've got the perfect kind of hold for this second push. They've got like Laz on the right side holding down that like drop down area, and of course, you know, they've got the stickies right above too as they get scattered by Habib right there.
Yeah, well done at Habib, you know, opening those doorways, but Art not going to let that one slide and starts putting the trapper right back up.
Absolutely, and we do see, you know, just some spam, just each team kind of feeling each other out, trying to see, okay, where can we get our advantage here?
FroyoTech inching very carefully, making the right decisions as best they can, as we can see Marmaloo crouching, creeping all the way in, and it's time, flies in, finds the medic.
Beautiful, beautiful bomb, but LAN just deciding, no, that's not enough for me. Eric also going in, trying to take the distraction and take down Artist, but does not end up dying there. We do see Laz deep over on the main, does get a beautiful rocket, but does end up getting cleaned up.
What a surf, all the way up into the catwalk. Nice for May.
Yeah, beautiful surf by May, and you know what? That's exactly why they're the medic for FroyoTech.
Yeah, amen to that. Now Witness all the way back in this this yard area again. The Ubers are quite even right now, but the players are still getting a little bit set up after all the chaos, you know, the dust settles.
Yeah, Froyo actually a little hurt still, and Jay going forward and just getting slapped down by Ash there. Or sorry, Jay getting slapped down by Ash, and it looks like they're really going to try to take this forward. They're going into this yard area. The Uber does get popped out for Witness Gaming, and finally the FroyoTech Uber comes back forward. It's going to be just both of the scouts juggernauting forward, trying to get anything. Artist does end up going down, LAN down to 40 health, but a beautiful bomb at last. Behind them ends up cleaning up their combo. Brainslam coming back forward and fighting this soldier. That's going to be 1 down. That's going to be 2 down, and it's going to be Brainslam versus just Eric alive behind.
Wow, Laz the hero goes in behind, but Eric actually going all the way up the drop down, trying to hide way behind and catch Witness Gaming off guard when they least expect it.
Yeah, as we say that, Eric's still there. He's still chilling. He hasn't left yet. He's really thinking about it, but now there's a couple of stinkies underneath him. He's a little scared. I'd be a little scared too, bro.
They gotta wait for the perfect moment. Ideally, the rest of Froyo would let him know, but no, there's no call. They're not close enough to find out where LAN is or isn't, so Eric turning tail and heading back to the gang.
And this is gonna be an Uber ad situation for Witness Gaming. I don't even know if they're quite aware of it. It looks like they are as they're trying to move forward here into this the right side area.
Yeah, I would love to see them use it right away, only if they know where May is, because you have to get the medic with this kind of a play, right?
Yep, and as they do that, they send Artist flying forward here, and the Uber does get popped off. Beautiful flashes here. Eric does get cleaned up, but oh no, the counter Uber by FroyoTech comes crashing down on top of them. We do see Laz behind again, though. This could be a repeat of what we just saw.
Yep, this is, well, I was going to say this is what happens when you don't find the medic, but actually May working the way all the way back right now with Banny, and they're getting this back cap. Of course, these points cap a little faster than
the Artist coming in with some beautiful pipes here, and Artist actually ends up cleaning up FroyoTech.
Some fool's gold, even Habib, like, man, what else is there for me to do here? Yeah, trying to even suicide just to get back to the resupply as soon as possible.
Yeah, no, and Brainslam doing a good job of cleaning up Habib there, so there wasn't any errant sticky traps stopping them from going to this middle point.
This will leave a decent amount of Uber advantage for LAN, about 30%.
Eric doing some sneaky beaky stuff over here, but doesn't end up getting picked up by High Five, who said, nope, you're not going to do what you did to us earlier. And Marmaloo barely getting out with his life there, as we see the tides have turned for Witness Gaming.
All right, making our way back into mid here, you know, getting ready to push into FroyoTech's second point, and Froyo absolutely running for that same sort of forward hold, I'm sure. But that being said, they're actually all set up in lobby. Maybe they feared that Witness was playing faster than they actually were.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, this is just, you know, this is the first map of a best of 3. Froyo are not going to be making very many stupid mistakes. They want to try and back up when they need to. They don't want to give any more advantage here. There's only about 3 minutes left in the map in the first half. So after this, they're going to really want to regroup and figure out what's going on with these second pushes.
Right, and that's the level of discipline coming out of FroyoTech as well, like picking and choosing their battles, where you got players like Banning on Sniper or Eric going behind saying, I want to win this match and here's how I want to do it. But other times they say, you know what, it's not the right time, not the right kind of fight. Let's just collect ourselves, chill out, hold second, and wait for the right time to come to us.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, Froyo is still not giving up this this second point right now. They really want to kind of hold on to it as long as possible, and it's really going to take a lot for them to try and give this up.
Yeah, this lobby, it feels like such a death trap, right? But as soon as you get that one little opening, it's go time. Lads working their way in, going for the rocket jump. I can't even get past the freaking door, getting juggled.
Yeah, no, getting juggled right there. And actually, that's going to prompt Banny to just kind of go forward and try to take down as many people as possible. And FroyoTech really trying to inch out here. They're really deep in this right side area, and it looks like they haven't even really turned around to look at them. They're more focused on second right there on that shutter.
Furry's doing such a great job of zoning them here. Like, look, Witness is in a ball of 6 players right now as actually the Soldiers managed to get the force. Really nice out of Marmalou. Jay might go down for it as well, but this will give full ad to May.
Yeah, now FroyoTech is going to have that full... Oh, no, Laz trying to go up the drop down. Can't quite get it. But he's going to get behind them. There's going to be a big ball from Laz as May goes down. That's going to be the medic down for this side of FroyoTech as the rest of the players are just getting cleaned up right now. Brand Slam going ham right now. Oh my God, Hoopy going down as well. And that's going to be the second point, possibly even a last cap for Witness Gaming.
You're thanking your lucky stars if you're Laz, saying, wow, I'm so glad I didn't go up that drop down.
He hasn't stopped yet as Marmalou tried to stop the cap there. Now Artist needs to stick up the points. Some beautiful pipes here. May trying to go forward, and that's going to be the round for Witness.
Beautiful, beautiful. What a hero play out of Laz. Again, you know, finding the right timing behind, and then the entire team snowballs into last. Really well played.
It was hilarious because Laz was just trying to go up the drop down, failed it, and then jumped back to do something and just happened to land right on top of May.
Oh man, I guess I'll drop the medic instead.
Yeah, might as well just kill the medic. Yeah, I'm here. Okay. All right, so we've got the next mid right now. There's got about a minute left, so this is either going to be an extremely fast round or we're going to see something still into this next second half. Big bomb from Laz, but does end up getting cleaned up right there. And as I said that, though, May does end up getting picked up by High Five. And oh my gosh, the scout battle, Jay going forward and getting that pick right there onto High Five.
Froyo has no HP, but they also keep not dying.
But they also, yeah, they have no med. 11 health. Marmalou, he's still alive. Okay, finally does get cleaned up by Brand Slam as FroyoTech is now on the back foot. 30 seconds left, though, in this half.
What a monster of a bomb, too, from Laz in the middle, where you make everyone look up and look at you while your scouts run forward in a straight line, and you can see how well that paid off for him.
Yeah, and with 20 seconds left, this does look like it's just going to end up going into the second half, which is unfortunate because that was such good pressure by Witness Gaming there. And you know what? This is it, though. Witness is like kind of waking up a little bit, I think.
Yeah, you feel like you got the momentum on the board, and yeah, here comes out the Uber, shoving them way into Laz.
Beef, though, hitting literally everything. It's the only problem was that everything was Ubered right there.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? So 2-1 in favor of FroyoTech here on map 1, which was Froyo's pick.
Yeah, 2-1, but I feel like the momentum has kind of shifted over to Witness at this point.
Right. The Witness Gaming are in the game. You know, they got that first round on the board. The first round's always the hardest one. Now you just got to, you know, capitalize on the success you found so far.
Yeah, exactly. And it's been really back and forth. Of course, we knew it was kind of going to be like that for the Granary match. What do you think really stood out to you there as we're going to try and hopefully pull up some stats?
Yeah, I got to say, I think no one stood out to me particularly highly in terms of the stats. I'm already anticipating it, right? But I think the difference makers are the hero plays, right? Laz working in behind, grabbing the drop. Banny on the sniper, getting every single shot mid, second, last, winning the round. What about you?
I mean, you know, just looking at these now, obviously, the deaths and the healing percentage of LolGuy and May both are around the same. You know, there's really not much of a difference there. You know, LolGuy's got 1 kill, and that's about it. You know, the deaths practically the same. LolGuy actually surviving a little bit more, but at the same time we see that, you know, Marmalou's been making so much space, and because of that has like double the deaths of their counterpart in J.
All right, as I'm looking through these stats, honestly, the Soldiers on the side of Witness Gaming have definitely some more kills and a bit fewer deaths, and even same for the demo is true, and LolGuy has fewer deaths. So if you were looking at these in isolation, you would say, nice job, Witness Gaming, must have been a 3-1 or something like that, but we find ourselves with FroyoTech pulling ahead. So
yeah, and I think that's just how comfortable they are on the map. You know,
right.
they've played this map for a long time. And it's just been one of those things that they're just used to this, you know. They're used to how these things work. So
Yeah, that's the difference to me between, like, we need people to put us ahead and give us an advantage by how well we're playing, but no, ForyoTech says, I just need that one opportunity and I can turn that into a round win.
Yeah.
And they're absolutely showing that here, but it feels like Witness is waking up a little bit, finding little opportunities themselves.
Absolutely, and I mean, you can see right there that Artist and Habib both with the highest GPM on either team. This is a great demo map because you get all that early damage on mid, and then it just develops and rolls forward, and you can keep bringing that pressure, pushing them back into those shutters.
Absolutely, and also statistics-wise, Banny, I think, was a big stand-up player in terms of the scouts yesterday. Notably, Cap was phenomenal as well, dying almost never. But here, Banny is still in that kind of driving seat, especially with those sniper plays like we were mentioning, but not taking the game by the horns as we saw yesterday. Here,
you know what's crazy too? If you look at Banny's stat line compared to Brand Slam, they're practically identical. Banny with one more kill, and then Brand Slam with the same amount of deaths, one less kill, and then 2 DPM off of each other. So both of these scouts are kind of taking the bull by the horns and leading their team forward.
Yeah, I'm also very interested in these demos. Like we mentioned, it's not as high of damage like we saw yesterday with numbers like 300 DPM, 400 DPM.
460 and stuff like that.
Right. Yeah, you're kind of lucky on this map as demo, like if you get to survive mid and get like a pick or two and things like that. But especially in these chokes, you're kind of laying the traps to make people fear going into you rather than, you know, shoving them away with 20 damage, things like that.
Yeah, and we did see the traps working really well on the side of ForyoTech. Habib had some beautiful traps in lobby that was able to open up his team, kind of pushing forward and kind of controlling that bats area.
And I think I'm also a bit relieved because yesterday something I noticed when Witness was playing G6 was that Witness kept being stuck on their last and would lose it so quickly, it felt like. But today it shows like they're showing a lot of poise against ForyoTech on last.
All right, and we're going to get back into this now as we're going into the second half of the lower bracket finals. We got Witness Gaming versus ForyoTech here. ForyoTech up 2-1 right now, but however, Witness picking up that last round.
We're looking at a first to 5 or the highest score after this next 30 minutes go by, making our way onto mid here in the second half of map 1.
All right, who are you going to be looking at on this mid?
I like that sticky trap up in the sky from Habib, getting ready for the jump from Ash, but actually doesn't get in time. And wow, Ash not only hits the headshot dunk for the fall damage as well, just from the increased speed, but Banny finding a straight line into the wall.
Goes down though.
Wow, Witness is corralled right now. There's nowhere for them to go. They're surrounded.
Oh,
they're
but this
getting damaged
down. Brand Sam 1v1 against Banny right there does end up to think against it. They need to go forward here and try and do something because the May is still alive, and that's going to be a full ad there for Froyo if they cannot get anything.
You're Froyo there. They're going back and forth. Like, we should win this. We can beat these guys, but we don't want to lose our med. We should push forward, but don't go too deep, right? So they just kind of stay where they are. They kind of break it even. Give up the mid, but keep the med.
Yeah, they'll give the cap there to Witness Gaming in order to keep their med alive because really they can just cap it up now and it's not going to be a big deal.
Yeah, ×4, no spawns to deny or anything, but you do want to be using this Uber advantage as soon as you can.
And there's going to be no stickies over there to really stop them on the right side as they get through this choke area. And really just kind of spamming out, trying to get into the get forward there. And yeah, no, Witness is just going to back up. They're going to give them that. They know they have full advantage, so they just need to back up and play it safe.
Yeah, the little pirouette there up in the sky, just kind of checking where ForyoTech's coming from, what they're trying to do, right? And actually, Witness is building fantastically well. ForyoTech didn't move fast enough to capitalize on the advantage, so we're even.
I mean, yeah, going into this last, it's going to be another last stalemate, which is totally fine. That's exactly what you kind of expect on this map. As we say that, though, Laz kind of going in there doing a lot of damage to the soldiers and actually ends up killing off Jay with a nice little combination of high five and Brad Slam. And oh my God, Jay ends up taking out Laz, but Marmalou not able to pick up the frag there onto Lolguy.
Yeah, the crowd's disappointed too. You know, that's the one, just barely the difference maker there of missing that one rocket, but a nice try out of Marmalou. That was at least the right timing to try and thread the needle there.
Right, yeah, really did try and thread the needle, but couldn't quite get it.
Working our way back with these even Ubers, and it's impressive out of Witness to be able to hold the second point. It seemed like maybe they could, maybe they couldn't, but I do think Laz kind of breaking that flank open was what allowed them to stay in the game.
Absolutely, and I mean, that's just going to be one of those things. You're not going to be able to really pressure more than you have the ability to, and if you do, you're just going to overextend and die, which that's the last thing you want to do right now when it's the lower bracket finals. You don't want to give your opponent any free room.
That's the last thing you want to do? Man, I got to tell my teammates that.
Me too. But anyway, it's going to be like a little bit of a stalemate here. Jay trying to pressure that upper area. Not really seeing much there. Does end up backing off, just getting some heals. And it looks like, oh, finally going to jump in. But Ash ends up cleaning him up. And it's going to be another little stalemate here as each team is going to heal up their soldiers and try and pressure some more.
Jay kind of like feeling out the pulses, you know, feeling the rhythm of the spam coming through that door, and manages to just barely find a way in. But when you land on 5 players that close, I mean, hey, everyone could blow up, but usually it's you who blows up.
Yep. And we're just going to be stalemating here, just kind of chilling. No off classes from either team, so it's going to be just a standard 6v6 lineup. And we're just kind of waiting for something to happen. This is one of those things. Again, I brought it up earlier. This is why a lot of teams don't like Granary, because it just always felt like too much of a stalemate on these second points.
Right. I would say, though, I'm a fan of Forio's approach to how they're getting in here, where they keep bringing their heals to the flank and trying to get their soldiers an avenue in. Even now, they went buffing up the flank and now rotate back, so the soldiers are kind of pinching with the rest of the team going in from each of the wings.
Marmalou going in for that bomb, though. Gets really deep onto... Ooh, doesn't quite get the damage there on the low guy. Doesn't hit a single rocket on him, actually. But did end up scattering them back just a little bit. Laz getting real hurt, but ends up getting the arrow to stay alive here. And yeah, this is gonna be, we're gonna see this for probably like the next minute and a half, 2 minutes, until somebody can finally break this this second hold.
We're just now coming up on that 2-minute timer until the stalemate, so give it a, yeah, like you said, you know, after a little bit, Furotech's going to start getting a little bit desperate, a little bit creative with how they're going to try and crack this open.
Yeah, but you know what? Furotech really don't have to get desperate because they're still up that round, so, you know, they really just have to play it smart and just keep doing what they're doing.
That's true as well, just running time off the clock, and we're still ahead, no problems there.
Yeah, and they've won the last 2 mid-fights, so really it's just kind of, what do you want? What do you want? You know, what do you want to get?
Yeah, maybe gamble that you'll win the next mid even harder than the last, huh?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they did a great job of keeping May alive as the soldier just walks in and gets mulched by Ash and Laz. And they really want to try and push forward here. It looks like Marvel is backing up. They can tell that Witness are feeling themselves now.
With edging that cap a little bit and pulling the attention of Witness, they were trying to get them to det the traps and turn around a little bit, and that allowed Jay to go in for that flank up top, knowing there would be no traps, knowing no one's looking. So it was a great try, but it just happened to not work out.
Yeah, just didn't quite get the reaction that they wanted. They didn't turn around quite as much. But they're going to keep trying it. They're going to keep buffing up their flank, and they're going to be pushing here. Oh, they want to send Marmalou deep into there.
Yeah, running out of time here. 45 seconds until the stalemate.
And that's kind of the beautiful thing about the stalemate timer that has been introduced, is that, you know, if you can't get these points, if you can't cap up, you don't have 30 minutes to just sit there and hold a point.
Yep.
You know, and as I say that, though, the Uber does get popped out on both sides.
Ooh, Lad's waiting for the arrow.
Sorry, no, it was just Furotech who popped the Uber to try and get this point, and they do, but now they're down 2. Both of the soldiers are down on the side of Witness.
Yeah, here, Froyo pushed them back to last, so good job, he got second, but at the same time, now we have full disad, right? So we gotta make a play.
Jay, though, big bomb over there! Oh, Maul guy going down to 100, doesn't quite get the kill. Laz with a rocket onto Eric, and Banny going down as well.
What an air shot. The close range makes it look like a shotgun. Now 3 down for Furotech, working our way into yard. They're absolutely going to get second. They should get into mid at least with this as well. There's just so many players from Witness, but Furotech does get their forward spawns here, so they're going to be able to make some kind of a presence at mid at the very least.
Yeah, so a bit of a gamble there, but Marmalou trying to go forward and get something. Not quite dead yet. Jay, I'm sorry, that was Jay. Now Habib gets launched in the air. 19 health, 5 health, and does get the 5!
Habib finding the fadeaway on the wall guy.
Just a basketball donk shot onto him as Banny's just taking this and going forward. And Banny just cleaning up Witness Gaming.
Oh, there's a couple left. Banny can hear them, but can smell them, but can't see them. Mash now making their way right back out. But huge collapse from Furotech. What a shot from Habib.
Oh, Brain Slam, though. Brain Slam's in behind them. They don't even know. Brain Slam onto the medic right now. Onto May. Can he get the kill? No, he can't quite get the kill.
Almost 100 damage, but what's the saying? Close only matters in like horseshoes and
hand grenades.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Yeah, well this time it mattered in horseshoes and meat shots, and couldn't quite land that second one.
Yeah, Furotech making their way in with this 30% ad as well. I'm very curious if they're going to use it. They're going to come up on this ad right about when they're going to be scouting out what Witness is bringing to the table. And just now, Brand Slam comes out on the engineer, but Furyo's Uber advantage is coming up. Oh, just about now.
Yep, and we got Brandslam on that engineer. Doesn't want to give up any more room as the Uber does get popped in. Beautiful shots there as Habib does end up taking down High Five and the sentry gun. Habib killing Lol Guy and Ash going down as well. This is just murder for FroyoTech.
Yep, just using out close the damage, but actually the very few players, wow. Brandslam the last one alive, and it's not going to be enough.
Couldn't get past couldn't quite get past the metal right there and does end up getting picked up. And that's going to be another round for FroyoTech.
Yep, I like May spacing him out right at the last second, kind of body blocking, keeping the point away, but that's going to be 3-1 for FroyoTech here on Granary, which is their own map pick.
And we're going to be getting into this next rollout here. We got about 20 minutes left in the server for this first map, as we see both demos getting here about the same time. Artist and Habib trying to duel with those stickies up top, not really seeing much. And we're probably going to see big bombs coming in here finally. Ash almost gets hit by the skybox air shot. Marmalou, though, going down to High Five, and Laz getting traded for from Jay, as it looks like Witness are really just doing a good job of commanding this middle. Brandslam wants to move this forward, though. He wants to take it forward, and Jay's going to be a big bomb there onto the FroyoTech, onto the Witness Gaming roster, but whew, Lol Guy getting out with 50 health and able to get back and grab that pack, so now it's going to be slowed down just a little bit.
It was almost heartbreaking for Jay to put that much damage into Artist, but Banny from downtown hits that like 7 damage chip shot in there just to seal the deal.
And it looks like Froyo really want to try and push in here. They're actually like peeking through the left. Some damage there onto the core soldier combo of Witness. And looks like Laz wants to go for a big bomb here. Bomb comes right over the top, right onto May, and May drops to the rockets from Laz.
Oh, with the fadeaway air shot as well, freaking giving him a high five straight to the face in the air. And Lol Guy has to just stay alive no matter what, but it looks like FroyoTech doesn't even want to contest. They're just going to let Lol Guy work their way back in.
Yeah, Marmalou with 4 health here trying to stay alive, but also trying to stop the aggression from Witness Gaming. Does end up getting scratched down by High Five, and that's going to give Witness Gaming a full Uber ad into last.
Yeah, this is massive. Even Froyo, look, they're actually contesting second in a creative way, going in from the high ground. They see there's no cap time yet, and Ash going down right away is going to give FroyoTech a solid hold on this second point for a while.
Yeah, and it is going to back up Witness just a little bit, but they do have that full Uber. They want to try and take it through this shutter side. But oh my gosh,
Habib with the stickies manages to drop Lol Guy.
Oh my gosh, that's so devastating for Witness.
A massive trap right by the flank. This was the difference maker for Witness to go into last, and now Froyo says, "What, do you got no heals? We can deal with that. We're going right through."
Yeah, Jay picking up Laz there. They both trade with dueling rockets, but yeah, that's gonna be that's gonna be advantage FroyoTech still.
Yeah, massive out of FroyoTech. That's why they're showing they're the best team in North America, the best team RGL has seen after all these years, right? With that level of poise, you know, working their way back in, making the decision to fight, finding the one pick, converting that to a med drop.
And
really well played.
They're going to be pushing back in here. Laz trying to get on top of a beef. Does end up getting the rockets needed, and Laz goes down to a Marmalou rocket. But that's going to be enough for Witness to try and hopefully push back in here on top of this Froyo juggernaut. Oh, as Banny actually ends up going down to another pipe from Artist. It's just May and Jay alive right now. And they're really going to try and think about what they need to do here as the bomb comes forward onto Artist from Jay. Jay still 100 health, goes re-bombs back on top of him, but Brandslam there to save his demo from any more harm, as it's just Eric right now trying to do anything he can. Ends up going down as well, and that's going to be Witness pushing right back into FroyoTech.
Yeah, that's the heartbreaking Uber out of May, right? It's like, I got forced, but hey, my teammate's right here. You ready? And then surprises a soldier with 0 rockets, and they're all far away. It's like, okay, not much to be done with that Uber. So, Lol Guy coming into the FroyoTech last for real this time with 100% Uber.
Yeah, just hopefully he doesn't drop to another trap from Habib, as they really want to try and pressure this advantage. They're going to send their soldier forward, and the Uber does end up getting popped off. Habib actually goes down right there in the shutter area to Brandslam. Eric on the heavy, though, doing work. And Banny, and oh my god, Jay doing a lot of damage to the core combo of Witness. Luckily, Lol Guy able to escape right there with High Five.
Oh, the heavy at the last second, the whole difference maker, right? Lol Guy now building this up. It looks like Froyo's not going to have a chance to push, at least for a while, especially with now Benny. It looks like switching off the heavy, but yeah, well done out of FroyoTech. That's exactly what you need, right? Let them get on cap a little bit just so you get the focus fire and zone them out.
Yeah, and now they're just going to be walking forward with Habib trying to send those stickies out onto the second point. They have the about 40% Uber ad right now. They really want to try and take this forward, and it looks like they're going to Uber Habib forward into this second area. Lots of damage onto the soldiers, but really not finding much else, and this almost seems like a wasted Uber by FroyoTech.
Yeah, you know, the past couple times Froyo actually worked into like the far away yard, right? And now already LAN coming back in with the Uber.
Yeah, and it looks like, oh, Jay going down quickly there as Ashton picks up Banny and Habib in the back lines. It's just Eric 1v1ing high five right now. Can he get the kill? Can he 1v1 him? And he does actually get the kill, but it doesn't matter because here's the rest of Witness Gaming. It's just May on last trying to do anything they can, pipe down, and that will be around for Witness Gaming.
Wow, a little bit of cracks in the armor here for Froyo. A little sloppy pushing out a second like that. If you don't get the med with your Uber ad, then you're going to be in a whole world of trouble.
Yeah, a whole world of trouble, and now it's going to be FroyoTech still up, but only up 4-2 now, whereas they were up 4-1.
Yep, we stop at 5, so Froyo's got another 14 minutes, or sorry, another 16 minutes to seal the deal.
Yep, exactly, and so we're going to be going forward here. Artist down to about 30 health right there at one point, but does end up getting the pack. Laz bombing over the top, going to be landing right on a beautiful rocket onto May, and Ash ends up clearing him up. Habib and Eric go down, Jay goes down, and it's just an absolute mulch from Witness Gaming as LAN picks up a kill as well on a Marmaloo.
Yep, you always got to make sure you get the very last one. You can't leave Marmaloo alone too long. You never know what's going to happen to your mid, right?
Exactly. Wow, that was beautiful. Just an actual picture-perfect mid from Witness Gaming.
Yeah, was that a full 6 alive, 0 dead for your own team? Excellent, excellent. Now, how will they convert? Right now, FroyoTech has, again, got the engineer. They got the sniper, now heavy. So the heavy is great because it's so hard to take them down and you have to waste so long with your Uber on it. But I wonder if they're going to have enough time to turn that gun into a level 2 or level 3.
Yeah, we'll have to see. You know, Banny really does employ like the hard final strats as the Uber does get popped out onto Artist. Immediately heading to the gun. The gun goes down extremely quickly. Marmaloo wants to counter bomb over the top there onto them, but doesn't quite see anything. He is going to get that huge rocket though.
Absolutely disgusting.
And Laz goes down to Eric still alive on that heavy gaming, and it looks like Ash is finally going to go down to a beautiful pipe.
It's almost one of those, you know, Lacrom, where if your heavy has a full buff in the post Uber, you'll be fine. You can hold.
Yeah, no, there was no way that Witness was pushing anywhere past that point at that point.
And now running all the way back, not to second, not to mid, but into their own second, running halfway across the map in the marathon, running this marathon just to keep their medic alive and well.
Yeah, because when you get popped down that bad on the last push, it's gonna prompt you to go way back, and actually they're gonna Uber out onto that, and Habib ends up going down really early. So does Jay actually to Ash, and look at that now with the Ubers even and Marmaloo in behind. We'll see if there's he can do it, and Laz actually goes down to him.
Well, a lot of FroyoTech players dropping. I mean, once you lose Habib, especially on a map like this, trapping off all the chokes, then you're in a lot of trouble.
May dancing around right here with Banny. Oh, but May ended up does go down to Brand Slam, and Banny eventually does die too. Jay trying to get in there. Some rockets. It does end up picking up LAN going for an Artist right there. High five going in and trying to clean up. Oh my gosh, and it's just nuking from both teams as Marmaloo just gonna try and jump up and chase down Habib, and Habib does end up getting caught out. It goes down to Marmaloo bomb.
Wow, that we're just trading down all the pieces, right? Let's get to the end game as quick as we can. Amazing out of both teams to salvage. Like, wait, we need to salvage, okay. And then the other team says, wait, we got salvaged on? Not so fast.
Yeah,
Time to salvage your salvage.
Yeah, that was Artist going down there, not Habib, my bad. But it does end up going down to the Marmaloo bomb right there, as it's going to be just Witness kind of trying to hold on to the second point now.
Yeah, holding second. It was anyone's guess where on earth we would finish after that post fight, but I guess here we are now that I'm collecting myself here in Foxborough, enjoying some Team Fortress 2 here on Granary. Witness versus FroyoTech, RGL Season 9 LAN Playoffs, lower bracket finals.
Oh yeah, and we're just gonna see FroyoTech trying like get into that that upper area, just like exactly what they're doing, buffing up their soldiers, trying to get through. That's a big bomb, though, as Ash goes down to Jay right there. And unfortunately, Jay does go down, but Artist going down to Vanny as well. That's not good for Witness. You're losing your demo right there.
Yeah, even who was on last, they don't even have to check the doors. They just walk in without using. Look at Froyo's everywhere. They're on the cap there, and they haven't even used yet. Lol Guy used the Uber first.
Yeah, Lol Guy does use the Uber, and actually people are going down on both sides right now. Eric trying to clean up the scouts right now. Brasam goes down. Banny 1v1 does end up going down to Ash's rocket there, and it looks like Froyo actually do have to back up here when they look like they might have actually been winning at one point.
Yeah, incredible again from these teams. Whoa, late play, but Lol Guy manages to just barely survive Jay's wrath at the end of the fight.
Yeah, and High Five just really trying to pressure forward there. Jay did go down to him, but he couldn't quite get Eric to go down as well. So it's going to be another little bit of a stalemate here, as both medics are going to be about even Ubers.
With Habib and Jay being such late spawns here, I'm actually shocked that Witness doesn't want to push out, or at least take the high ground, right? Like, peek your soldiers in, see if you can find something, anything, or if you see nothing, hey, surprise, the point's clear, but it looks like Witness is not wanting to take these levels of risk at this point in time.
No, and I don't blame them either. They are trying to pressure through here, and they actually do pop the Uber, knowing that they have a bit of an Uber ad, actually. And they still don't have yet. FroyoTech still doesn't have, but they're trying to maybe go for a back cap, it looks like.
Yeah, there's players kind of everywhere. Now Habib uses in, and get in the jungle. Sicky's managing to grab the medic and push it closer into Artist.
Oh, and the demo's so hurt too. Finally does get the pipe onto Artist, and that's going to be 2 down. Oh, it's actually going to be 3 down. Looks like maybe 4. What a beautiful pipe onto Laz, and Branslam goes down as well. It's just High Five, 25 health on that last point, and Eric says, nope, get out of my face. This is our map, baby.
That's what you love to see out of Habib. Aim like nobody else, the decision making to go in, find the right pick, go right back out, keep your medic alive. I mean, he does it all. What more could you want?
Yep, and that is going to be, I believe this will be the last round here. Or it's 4-2 now for FroyoTech. So they've got 1 more point, and then FroyoTech will say, "This is my map." We get round 1.
Yeah, another 10 minutes for Witness to hopefully tie it, but FroyoTech is coming in hot here.
Like you said, Artist going down quickly to a Marmaloo bomb. High Five picking up Marmaloo in turn, and Jay actually finishing off the medic for Witness Gaming, but Branslam trying to peek back in there and get as much as they can. Now May is alive, and you know that both the soldiers are going to be bombing right on top of Habib. Habib not able to get the pipes down that he wanted, but Laz and Ash getting cleaned up in turn.
Yeah, a little bit greedy staying on that side of the doorway, and now you can see why. When you get kind of juggled like that, you're in trouble. And now the scouts actually working their way back in because Froyo has buffs where Witness does not. Yeah. Oh, and these scouts are getting mulched. Look at this.
Yeah, Banny just walking forward. Luckily, Branslam did get the arrow right there, it looked like. Oh, but it ends up getting cleaned up by Eric in turn. And that's just amazing. You see the scout combo of FroyoTech, and I'm impressed every time. It doesn't matter who Banny's with, whether it's whether it's Eric, whether it's anybody who's ever played with Banny. He knows who he wants his combos or his flank scout to be.
One of those plays you look at it and say, wow, interesting, this might work. But if you've already said that, it already is going to work when it's Banny and Eric.
Yeah, exactly.
Now the off class is on last. We have Branslam on the sniper.
Oh, wait a minute. We got a little sneaky Ash play here as he's going to be up there on those pipes as a spy, looks like.
Right. This is a bit rare for a play on defense as you're trying to hold your own last, but it's also kind of misleading with the other team's off classes, right? You have the engineer and, they had a sniper a second ago, but not anymore, so.
And of course, the typical High Five NG here, so not much is different except for that one sneaky Frenchman in the upper area.
Working away, actually managed to make their way through. And now there's a lot of pressure coming out from FroyoTech, so now
Low Guy, though, does end up going down, drops down to Eric, and the Froyo Uber is out, and it is just mulching Witness Gaming.
This is, a little bit embarrassing for Ash showing up late to the party here.
Yeah,
just barely couldn't manage that window.
For FroyoTech, that's going to be a 5-2, giving them the first of the best of 3 in this lower bracket finals.
All right, FroyoTech closing it out on their map. Let's see what they got coming into the next one, which of course is the pick of Snakewater from Witness Gaming.
That was so back and forth, and I absolutely loved every second of it because just when you thought FroyoTech had the full advantage there, Witness would turn around and turn the tides, and it was just amazing to watch. But yeah, FroyoTech does end up taking this first map of this best of 3, and what do you think going into what is it, Snakewater? What do you think?
Right.
Who do you think has the advantage there?
I think a lot of the players individually on FroyoTech are pretty woken up, but I also think that on the side of Witness, they're kind of hungry now moving forward, where Witness kind of found their way into the game. They said, you know what, we can win rounds, we can handle these mids, we can salvage these hero plays coming out of the Froyo players. So I think Witness is going to come at it from the same level, but be more comfortable. So I'm very excited. I think I might even favor Witness Gaming a little bit going to the next map.
Okay, yeah, and I mean, let's look at these stats now, and what's kind of standing out to you there?
Let's see. I mean, I'm a medic player myself, but of course with medic that's like in a loss, you're just going to have more. So that's sort of neither here nor there. I am still impressed with the scout play from Witness Gaming. I mean, Brand Slam top fragging the server with 22 and 8. I mean, that's absolutely fantastic. Even the soldiers like Ash going even, Lads going about even. This again almost looks like you know, maybe medic notwithstanding, the stats almost look like they're in favor of Witness Gaming yet again, but FroyoTech pulls out the lead.
I think the biggest thing though is that if you look at the demo stats right now, you know, with Habib absolutely popping off, going that 263 DPM versus Artist 217. You know, it just seemed that Habib was able to stay alive. He was able to be alive in those crucial situations, and when he was taking the Ubers forward and jumping in, he wasn't dying. He was going in and he was killing everybody, and then giving his team that advantage and able to sticky off the point. I mean, it's kind of hard to really cap a point when there's stickies on it.
Absolutely, and that's what I'm seeing out of these FroyoTech players too, with such a veteran savvy. I mean, of course, everyone on Witness has the same savvy themselves, but I love that sort of attitude from the Froyo players where Habib says, no, I'm going to win this round now, and even goes, jumps forward and dies for something, but the team can capitalize. Where normally you don't want to lose your demo there, but having that vision of the game and of the flow of the match to find those ways in is so impressive out of Habib and, of course, many of the other players in the server here.
Absolutely.
So, coming into Snakewater, you know, it's a very different mid, right? Where the mid is kind of like longer and flatter and has these ways back out, but the verticality is also sort of inverted, where on here on Granary, you start from the top and have to fall down, but here on Snake, you start on the ground and work your way up. So, what are you expecting to see out of especially these soldiers and these demos coming into the next mids?
Well, I think that if it's any indication of like the last map, it's going to be the soldiers kind of who's going to be aggressive first. You know, are we going to see Ash and Laz bombing over the top, doing a double bomb first, or are we going to see Jay and Marmaloo doing that? Like, what team is going to be ready for the aggression? And a lot of the times we saw they were both aggressive at the same time. So we were seeing some like crazy mid-air like battles where like somebody would get hit with a direct rocket and get sent to the other side, and another person would land right onto Jay and like right onto Marmaloo. Like, it was insane. So I'm expecting both teams to really be like kind of capitalizing off of what their soldiers are able to accomplish.
Right, and I want to give, of course, a shout out to Dolphin on production and observing where he manages to find those perfect timings where Jay just like downloads the Matrix and sees it unfold before his eyes, threads the needle directly into the medic. Like, it's one of those things like you just don't blink and the tears go down, but I'm trying to compose myself here on LAN.
Well, you're doing a good job, and I've had a great time casting with you, Rogue. My name is LaCrum, by the way. This is Rogue, and we've been casting for you here at the RGL LAN in Foxborough, Mass. And of course, you know, we've had a great time, and we still have another possibly 2 maps for this lower bracket finals. So we got plenty more action coming to you, and then of course after that we've got the grand finals coming up. It's going to be you're going to be hearing the cast of Godfather and Toady B there for that one, yeah, we're super excited for this, and we're just getting ready to jump into this Snakewater for this next map.
Yeah, thank you for joining us, everyone. Having a ton of fun here. And, of course, this is the lower bracket finals. So whichever team is eliminated here goes home, 3rd place finish, which you're very happy with, and, of course, gets to take home their share of the prize pool. And for everyone at home, speaking of the prize pool, please join us in supporting this LAN. Everyone's having a great time, and we couldn't do it without all of you and all of your support. So hit !LAN or !shop to find a whole bunch of RGL merch that will help us support this LAN here and help us have a good amount of fun. You can see we have these wonderful, wonderful different pieces of art from our graphics team, and all of the assists and everything help us meet some donation goals. As you can see, we have some pugs coming up later on that we're very excited to participate in, broadcast for you all, and enjoy.
Yeah, dodgeball pugs. Looks like that's going to be on the schedule for later as well. And then we've got Oh yeah, b-ball pugs as well. That's something that I'm actually looking forward to the most. See who the true ballers are here at LAN.
Listen, I heard Soapy Meister is here, jumper extraordinaire, and I'm a brave man, but I'm not that brave.
Yeah, Soapy Meister looked me dead in the eyes, and he didn't even say a single word, but I knew that if I even tried to test him, he would just, like, throw me out the window. So
I was walking up on the street. I said, "Hi, Soapy Meister, nice to meet you," and he curled me up into a ball and 360 dunked me right in the garbage, right outside the venue.
I saw it happen. It was a real thing.
It was an honor.
Yeah.
No, Soapy's great. We're very excited for the v-ball tournament, but yeah, here we are on map 2. Both of these teams, as we saw yesterday, coming into their games against G6, had a pretty tough time where FroyoTech at least was able to take a map, but Witness really never warmed up into the game. And even here, going 2 against 5, that's more rounds than they got on each of the maps against G6 yesterday. So I hope on their own map pick, they're able to do a little bit more work.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's good. Like I said, it's going to come down to which of the soldier combinations can actually get in and cause as much chaos as possible on these mids. And I mean, also the demos though. If the demos stay alive, if the medic doesn't like get caught out, and if they're able to really regroup and like refight these mids, because you can completely wipe on the mids, and if the other team overextends and tries to
Yo, Dolphin, get to the pick cam. Me and
So yeah, it's just gonna be pretty much who can really take care of that.
Yeah, it's almost like a difference where I was going to say Granary is and isn't a demo map, but the difference is like it's almost like a brain map, whereas Snakewater here is more of a brawn map. I mean, of course, it's no like DM level of a Koth map, for example, for demo, but you know, here the demos are going to have a lot more avenues in. We saw some great hero plays out of Habib, I think, and also both demos did a good job of locking it down on Granary, but here the demos are the people who are like, hey, I just did 90 damage to each scout, please win the mid now, things like that.
Right, yeah, and that's one of the things too that's super frustrating as a demo player, is like you want to go forward and do all that damage, but then when nothing gets cleaned up, you're always like, okay, well, what the hell am I doing? You know, like why am I even doing this when I could just be going forward and try and get the kills myself? Which is not what you want to do. That's when you know that you're getting frustrated on demo. That's when you're like, okay, all right, I gotta let my scouts and soldiers do their job.
Definitely.
You know,
I got an eye too for these off classes coming in now, because on Granary it's a little harder. Like, it's big impact when you're able to get these plays off and get an opening for your team, but on Snakewater here, there's a lot more of like, you know, you can sneak a spy through more of these doors, or the sniper has more options for the angles that they want to peek.
Yeah.
And I also enjoy the Snakewater last a lot of how teams have kind of adjusted and adapted to rotate and kind of give a push and pull of the tides on each of the left and right sides of last. Oh,
absolutely, 100%. It's the push and pull for both of these teams has been extremely, you know, just back and forth. Like when we saw Witness completely 180 that second or third round, it was just like, oh, okay, so now this is their map. And then unfortunately it went into the half, and Froyo got comfortable again, and it ended up they won that series. But I mean, for a while there, I thought they were gonna reverse 5-0 them right there.
Yeah, right. Suddenly you think like you just kind of gaslight yourself into thinking, wait, yeah, Witness has always been ahead when they play that cleanly, right, and play that well. But that's also the level of adaptation these teams are showing, you know, especially give them a halftime, give them a pause, things like that, you know, take a deep breath, reset the mental a little bit, where of course no one's obviously tilted or anything like that, but you know, you just kind of take a step back and say, what do I need to win? And these teams have been here so long doing it so well that I trust them to find it each time.
Yeah, and yeah, the teams are just getting warmed up right now on the server. We've got 12, and it looks like we're getting ready to go into this. So it's going to be the second map of this best of 3, Witness Gaming versus FroyoTech in the lower bracket finals.
Here we go, off to the races, where the fun rollout, everyone jumping their way all the way to mid to get there as fast as you can, put in the damage, slide up the ramp from Ivy through middle out connector like a speed demon. Artist and Habib meeting each other, facing off on mid.
Yeah, and it looks like some early spam over there from Artist. And we're going to see the soldiers bombing in here. Big bombs incoming from Marmaloo going down the quick. Eric and Jay, though. And Banny cleaning up Artist, and Wall Guy does end up going down. Banny just moving forward. It's just high 5 now left alive, and he actually gets cleaned up by Banny as well. So Brand Slam, the last one alive there for Witness Gaming. But practically a full wipe for in favor of FroyoTech.
Yeah, this is how you win LANs, Lacrum, all right? When FroyoTech rolls up to mid, they say, we win now. Throw both of our soldiers in, trade for the medic, and then just play around May. And get the rest of the frags wherever they come. That's it. That's all it takes.
Yeah, and it's gonna, like I said, it's gonna be practically a full Uber advantage here for FroyoTech as they're just kind of peeking through this second area.
Making their way, and actually Witness is all the way on last. They are building again quite fast. That's a big relief. You know, you don't want to see these medics like kind of slouching and relaxing a little bit too much on these in these times. But FroyoTech kind of knows it's coming up on that time. 84, 85.
Oh, but the trap from Artist actually drops May, and that's gonna be huge for Witness as now they can kind of push out back onto the Froyo aggression.
Whew. That's what they call me, Mr. +2. I'm super impressed out of these guys. That's exactly the kind of trap, and also to have in such a tough place where no one's checking because you have to go fast right there, right? You know you don't have time to dot your T's, cross your I's, and check every single one of the corners.
Yeah, no, they really did kind of just give that up there, and it looks like Witness want to push back out here, but FroyoTech are doing a good job of actually locking them out. As we do see Jay kind of over in that that window area. He's going to go for a big bomb over here. Doesn't really see much and actually does get cleaned up pretty easily by the scouts. And we see Laz trying to peek in through this lower. Another big bomb over there from the soldiers of FroyoTech. Marmalade actually does go down as well. And Habib picking up Laz as there's a backup attempt. Eric, though, ends up, he's going to end up getting the back cap, and that's going to be a round for Froyo.
Yep, they left someone to watch the point, but Eric just straight up won the 1v1, so congratulations for you grabbing a quick round right off that back cap from Eric.
Wow. And so, yeah, that's going to be a quick round for Froyo. Eric back cap coming in clutch. 1v1's the soldier, and there's not much you can do when it's just you versus Eric in a scout versus soldier 1v1.
Eric saw all the G6 back caps, like, I want to do that. That's awesome.
Yeah, that sounds fun. Let's try it. All right, and we're going to be getting into this next mid here. And it's going to be both the soldiers coming in. There's going to be a big bomb here. May down to 10 health, does end up dying though, and LAN goes down as well. It's just going to be 3 up on either side, but the health squarely in the favor of FroyoTech as Banny barely even scratched right now. High five going down right there. And it's going to be Jay versus Brandslam here. Brandslam picking up the kill. It's going to be Banny versus Brandslam. Artist actually still alive, but will end up getting picked up. Banny versus Brandslam. Who's going to win?
Benny backing up for the pack. Brandslam honestly could have even played cap.
He was so hurt. Benny's still trying to get that cap as it's just Benny versus Brandslam 1v1. Oh, neither player dying.
All right, here we are back at mid again. Actually, never mind. Witness decides against it. They are down 1, and it's your demo being such a late frag. That's all the difference maker. Yeah, and Habib actually just kind of pressuring them out there and really being the difference maker, right? Artist, though, finally getting back to the combo. And we're going to see both teams now. Looks like Froyo trying to get through that lower area as they're going to be sending their soldiers forward, trying to get anything right now. And yeah, Witness Gaming, both the double soldier bomb from Marmalade. Oh, but it was a fake. Artist getting rolled up into the air and does end up dying though. Guy trying to get the hero arrow, but misses it just barely. And Laz going in behind, manages to grab May and Marmalade.
Yeah, and Eric picking up Laz right there. Laz, though, wow, what a double kill for him. Habib going out, Banny picking up ass.
We're just cycling who's dropping in from behind. Everyone's surprised, popping around these corners and from above, from behind, out left, right, middle. And now still such scrappy fights going on here.
Oh, but is High Five going to get this kill? Oh, dropped Eric all the way down to 8 health. Wow, 4 health.
You hate to see it, yeah. At least roll me with no chance, but when you give me hope, that's when I'm really feeling bad about myself.
Yeah, and so now we've got the J on the sniper here out of this forwards. Let's see if he can maybe get anything going right now, as we do have the Uber getting popped out onto Witness Gaming's side, and it looks like Bandy's just gonna roll forward here, picking up Laz, and it looks like Artist is gonna go down to an arrow from May as well, and Witness Gaming are just hightailing it out of there real quick.
Yep, when you have disset like that, the play is force the Uber early, make them use it to just cover the distance, but then when a couple players are caught out, you collapse and do all the damage.
Yeah.
Froyo is collapsing, boy oh boy.
What a beautiful bomb from Marmalade, just absolutely slamming Brandslam. And then Jay, of course, getting Ash, who's trying to retreat. It's a sniper 1v1 over there on the left, but Habib's going to be locking it down with the stickies, and we do see Artist going down as well. Now it's just going to be the Uber popped out onto Banny. 13 held onto Banny, and he survives against the cap.
Wow. Honestly, what a great play from Jay, taking that 1v1 with the sniper at the last second. Just make him look away from the point, right? Your team will cap, and Banny capped after all.
Wow, that was another beautiful round from FroyoTech, and this is a quick 2-0 now.
Yeah, they're coming in really hot here. I'm very impressed. I mean, I got to see something out of Witness on these mids. What are you looking to see?
I just need to see. I need to see LAN stay alive. I need to see LAN and Artist stay alive and not die to the soldier bomb because the soldiers have been just destroying them. And as I say that, though, Artist is going down really low. Jay bombing in. He's going over the top, and it's going to be right onto the LAN, and LAN dies again. And Brand Slam is going to end up finishing off Jay, but it's not going to matter. As I say that, though, he does end up picking up May. So it's going to be both scouts down, and Farmaloo is going to be killing everybody on mid. That's another kill from him, and another one that last goes down as well.
Dude, freaking harvest season apparently for Farmaloo. Wonderful. I like that a lot. Great play out of these guys to be so quick with it too, right? Keeping their health but doing the damage. That's the ultimate combination.
And Habib's already on second, sticking up those choke points. Like it's like their Froyo Tech had turned back into the beast that they always are, and Witness have no chance at doing anything right now.
Yeah, they seem to love pushing out, like kind of swinging wide from that high ground, and that's where Habib's trapping. But yeah, Witness kind of recognizes, you know, I mean, they did trade medics. That's, if you're going to lose your medic, you have to get theirs too. So Witness isn't in the worst position, but you know, we are on last after all.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's really difficult though still to try and get like back up into this area. It looks like they want to take an Uber exchange, but they don't even quite have Uber yet. So we'll see what they do here. High five on that engineer. Really smart play from him. We do see the scouts of Froyo Tech, Eric, just trying to get in. Was distracted for the double soldier bomb, but it looks like Brand Slam is going to be slamming them back to a little bit of reality here as they don't really know what they're doing. Artist picks up Farmaloo, and then we'll have to see what they do as they kind of rotate back to that second point.
I was on the edge of my seat that whole time where like LAN had 99, but what a trap from Habib, just kind of stuffing the damage in the lobby, and Witness says, all right, we'll try again later, thanks so much.
Ash went to go peek out there, and Habib was like, nah, not today.
Yeah, and now Froyo Tech even has another opportunity to make some damage here, but I like this heads-up play from Laz where it's like, don't even let them peek in right now, right? We're down one, we can't let them do whatever they want to us.
Yeah, and I mean, they are going to be pressuring that lower area. Laz is just kind of watching them as they rotate to the shutter. It's going to be even Ubers. They're probably going to do what they did last time and just send both of their soldiers in, see if they can get anything, see if they can cause a force or any sort of pop there from LAN, and LAN really has to have like a steely mental. You know what I mean? They need to not pop just to a random soldier. And we also see Brand Slam on the sniper.
All right, it's a little bit harder to find a shot into the team here, but as I say, Brand Slam, oh, he made a friend. Look at that.
Aww. Oh,
man. Enemy.
Turns around and sees Marmaloo over on the other side. A little bit of mental games going on right now between Habib and Brand Slam there.
That's funny. Despite this see-through fence, you cannot actually shoot through it. You know.
Yeah, that's it. Still bugs
for
me
the folks
back
home. This ain't Counter-Strike.
This ain't CS, no. This is TF2, and you're seeing the best of the best right now as the lower bracket finals right now. Witness, Froyo Tech is knocking on the door of going to grand finals. Once again, Witness really need to pull around and do something here.
Yep, Froyo Tech up one map in this best of 3, so they just need one more.
Oh, what a shot from Brand Slam as Banny, the captain of Froyo Tech, goes down there. And that's going to prompt Froyo to back the hell out of lobby, that's for sure.
Oh, Brand Slam had the shot for just a second, but I think lost it. Oh, no, that's to be behind another fence back there. You can't quite see, but Brand Slam knows that they're the difference maker here. We need to get something, whoever crosses, and flanked actually. Whoa!
Woo, what a shot there from Jay! The fadeaway rocket on Ash takes him out!
4v4 working their way in. The Uber did get forced out of May, but they're making so much space with this, going all the way back into last. They're going to leave LAN with ad, but what are they going to do with it? They're on their own last.
Yeah, no, and that's exactly it. Like, they're on their own last. They have the full Uber, and Benny wants to pressure to try and get them to pop here, but they already know. They're like, no, we're going to wait until we get our players up, and then we're going to full push you with this Uber ad.
All right, and luckily for Witness, they don't have to push into a sniper this time. I mean, Froyo Tech saw what happens when you try doing that and got their Uber forced even. So now, Witness going very carefully. Make sure you check every single corner, every single trap where it could be, and then use early. Close the distance, send Artist way in. But whoops, where's the flash? There it is.
Yeah, it does end up getting the flash, but nobody dying on the side of Froyo Tech as Habib is going to jump back in there. Lots of stickies on the middle point, on the second point, and it looks like LAN got 9 health. He's still alive. Oh, 1v1 that soldier, it stays alive, actually.
Oh, he goes down at just the last second, and Laz the only one surviving. This is what a collapse from Froyo Tech, and that damage out of Habib. That's the kind of blow we're talking about.
Oh, man, that was such a close rocket from Laz, but it looks like another Froyo Tech cap right there.
Wow. In these close moments, Lacrum, when, you know, it's very scrappy, you know, you never know how it's going to go for you. Is winning it every time, it feels like.
Yeah.
Witness can't find a leg to stand on in these tense moments.
Yeah, no, that was insane. That's going to be the first half there for Froyotech, and going into the second half, what does Witness need to do in order to stay alive?
Man, it feels like they're both playing fast enough. It feels like they both have the right strats, but maybe it's the focus fire, right? Maybe if Witness calls a little bit more concisely, hey, let's zone them out, focus this class. You kind of need whatever you can take, though, honestly. Maybe more hero plays. It could be anything. I just need to see something at this point because your back's against the wall.
I mean, you could see it right here, though. This is the tail of the tapes right now. We've got Banny, 293 DPM right there, 12 and 2. They can't kill him. The dude is just staying alive too much. This is Banny loves this map because he gets to just dance around on top there on mid. He gets to just absolutely just kind of snake his way through different places, and you can't really put him down. Brian Slam, though, is having a hell of a game too. 311 DPM. He's 10 and 3. You know, the scouts for both sides of Froyotech and Witness Gaming are doing exactly what they need to. And then we're going to see the soldiers. They're doing pretty well. I mean, you know, 7 and 7 for Marmalou J, 5 and 7. We're going to see 6 and 9, 3 and 11 for Ash. So maybe that's kind of where we're seeing the discrepancies here. Maybe Ash isn't quite as tuned in as the Froyotech soldiers are. But, you know, we've got, let's see, about the same. It's the same amount of deaths for each medic, and honestly, they're doing a great job themselves.
Right. Yeah, from these stats, it's kind of like we're discussing, you know, these teams are so evenly matched and it's so close that it really comes down to that one little moment. I mean, you can even see there is, like, not even that much of a difference in DPM across the board, but 10 more frags for the side of Froyotech, which sounds like not a lot, but, you know, when it's an extra, you know, 40 against 30, basically, that's enough to, you know, win this point and then win the next point when you're up one, basically the entire game, as this round was only, what, 15 minutes?
Yeah.
No, not even, about 12 for all 3 rounds. 12
minutes for a 3-0 going into the second half. Witness really have to do something to try and pull out this upset.
Yeah, and this is, you know, they're looking to coach up there on stage, helping them out, looking to, you know, dig deep in themselves, find it in their hearts to do what it takes to win here. Because we know Witness have what it takes. I mean, just last year, Witness was the first team to usurp Froyotech and win RGL Grand Finals for the first time in the past 3 years of Froyotech's dominance. And Froyotech are showing why they've earned this stature of the best here in North America by showing it on the server.
I really got to say, it's a huge testament to Froyotech's mentality. You know, getting put in the lower bracket finals, it hasn't shaken them even in the slightest. You know, Banny said, or I remember talking to somebody, and they said that immediately after G6 ended up beating Froyotech and sending them to the lower bracket finals, you know, Skis actually looked at them and said, hey, stay humble. Stay humble. We may have beaten them now, but we'll see them again in grand finals. And from exactly what Froyotech has shown us here, that's exactly where they're headed.
Right, and Froyotech are in such a tough position because, yeah, I think yesterday they didn't quite warm in the game. They didn't play their game, right? So you have to not only say, how are we going to fix our own team and, you know, kind of grease the wheels a little bit on our team, but then how do we handle G6 when we see them again? But before we even get there, we have to get through Witness. So G6 has all this time to watch, spectate, prepare, and kind of come up with what they're going to come with, but Froyo just has to prove it all along the way and find out for themselves what it's going to take to win.
And that's the thing, too, is Witness is not done yet. Witness still can bring this back. They're only down 3. All they need to do is get to 4. You know what I mean? Like, they need to get there, and they need to not drop any more rounds. They can't keep just getting collapsed on by the soldiers of Froyotech. And I think that's like one of the biggest things. And of course, you know, Banny is a hard juggernaut to stop, man. That dude's insane. It's like trying to fight a Goliath or something. But especially when he's given this much like free room.
I think a lot to that quote from Godfather from yesterday where he said, like, Banny got mad and decided to win the game.
Right.
And I think we're seeing that here with Banny top fragging both halves, top damaging both maps so far anyway.
Well, yeah, now I think we need to see Witness get mad and start to win the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, where's the fire?
Yeah, they gotta fire themselves up. They can do it. They can do it. I know they can. I've seen them do it before, so That's all.
Now's
that's
the
all.
time.
Yeah, now is the time. Now is the time.
Especially if you find the fire now, going into map 3, now you're ready for anything.
Yeah.
They got to even watch FroyoTech's play yesterday and kind of see what's in store, essentially, where it's an unknown quantity if Witness is going to show up on process. You know, FroyoTech doesn't quite know what to expect. But either way, we got to see it here and now. We're here on LAN, Foxborough, Massachusetts, RGL, lower bracket finals between Witness and FroyoTech. Let's see what they got.
Yeah, let's see what they got as they're just kind of warming up here, kind of waiting for this this second half to get going. And yeah, what are your predictions going into the second half? Do you think Witness is gonna be able to bring it back and take this map, or do you think FroyoTech's gonna?
What I think is Witness is going to figure out all the things they need to do to win these rounds. However, FroyoTech is going to smash them on the first mid. That's my prediction.
Okay.
So,
all right.
you know, they can find their way, I think, to the win, but you have to take that first step, you know. And I think FroyoTech on these mids has been very, very strong.
That's a bold prediction. I mean, that's a bold prediction. I think that Witness is gonna. I think they're going to dominate the first mid. I think they know what they need to work on. They know what they need to do. They need to stop Banny from just like rolling over their team on here. And they have already been doing the right things for their soldiers on the mids, but I think they're going to finally find their groove, and I think they're going to take it back. I don't know who's going to end up being the winner here of this map, but it's still anybody's game.
That's for sure. And we had Jay hop out the server real quick. We got our admin team on that right now, working our way back in the game. And yeah, but honestly, if you're a Witness, I mean, this is it, right? You have to win this half, and you have to win this map. Otherwise, you're out of the tournament. So as far as I'm concerned, take all the time you need. Now is the only time to take time. And we have to take time now so we get more time later, right?
Right, yeah. Because, you know, and it looks like we're going to be starting up here, going into this last second half of the second map of this lower bracket finals. FroyoTech versus Witness Gaming.
Welcome out. The score is 3-0 on this map, and FroyoTech is also up 1-0 in maps. So Froyo gets 2 more rounds, and that's it. Witness Gaming goes home with 3rd place, and Froyo meets G6 in the grand finals. What'll it be?
And it looks like just starting out, some damage being traded across both sides. High five getting really ballsy over there in the middle. And it looks like we're going to see a soldier bomb from behind here. Marmalou, though, does end up picking up Lol Guy, and Beam does go down to high five, but it looks like it's going to be all frags in the favor of FroyoTech. As what a beautiful rocket from Marmalou does take down high five.
Yeah, look at that. The soldiers, Jay, Marmalou, getting right behind and getting behind Witness Gaming, and then as soon as Lol Guy showed face, they ran right at him in a straight line like a laser beam. And they're already in last.
And they're last, and last is the only one up right now, and they're actually back in their spawn. FroyoTech is just bullying these Witness Gaming players back into their last. As I say that, though, Jay's just kind of chilling over there on the left side on the truck. The Uber gets popped out right on top of the combo, and the Lol Guy goes down to Jay, too. They can't do anything. Marmalou's still alive with 5 health, trying to pick up that soldier. Does get the rocket onto Ash, and that's going to be 3 down on the side of Witness Gaming. And the frags are just going back and forth now as it's just FroyoTech cleaning up the rest of the kills, and that's going to be a quick 4th round for FroyoTech. Witness Gaming crumbling underneath the pressure.
Wow, FroyoTech also deciding this is our win. We got them right where we want them, and FroyoTech claiming the win with their own bare hands.
Yeah, I mean, that was just absolute pure dominance from FroyoTech, and if you're Witness, you're feeling the pressure. This is it. This is possibly your last round of the last map of your RGL playoff.
Yeah, your only goal here, survive mid. We have to survive somehow, some way.
Marmalou going in deep, right onto Lol Guy. They can't stop him. That's another kill for Marmalou. And looks like Jay getting really low there too, but doesn't matter because FroyoTech's just going over the top, and it looks like just Brand Slam left, and Eric gonna take him down. That's gonna be a full wipe on the side of Witness Gaming.
Again, flying forward. It's almost heartbreaking for Froyo that the cap takes so long, because look, they're already poised, like half the team going to last already. And poor Eric not able to enjoy the action here, just capping up the caps. But
I know, but the Uber is going to get popped off onto Habib through lower, just going to be on that left side, just as much damage as possible. He does get sent skybox area, but it doesn't really matter when you're overhealed to 260. He's going to be holding off the cap there, and Brand Slam really wants to get this medic pick, and misses the shot. There's a lot of cap time now, and that's going to be FroyoTech. He's going to be the winners of the lower bracket finals.
Wow, almost instant 5-0. Congratulations to FroyoTech, taking home map 2, taking home the lower bracket finals, meeting G6 here in Grands. And what an effort from Witness, and what an intense mid-fight there, huh?
Yeah, that was intense. That's for sure. I mean, you know, FroyoTech, just the juggernauts that they are. Witness just could not seem to find a cure to those mids, and unfortunately, after a pretty quick 5-0, that is going to be FroyoTech moving on, and we don't even have to see the process match for them to be going against G6 in the grand finals yet again, just like in Philadelphia, except you know who's on top this time? G6. G6 is on top. So congratulations again to FroyoTech. You know, a heartbreaking loss for Witness, but you know, third place nonetheless, and we give them the best of shout outs and a hearty good job, guys.
Absolutely. I think Witness had a great showing, especially on Granary, right? Like, they came here playing to win, and, you know, FroyoTech just kind of edged them out a little bit stronger, so really nice effort out of them. They're putting in a ton of work here, and, yeah, this will be a third-place finish for them, so congratulations on third place in North America here at RGL LAN.
Yeah, absolutely. And it does look like coming up, we've got maybe some interviews, I think, scheduled after this.
That's right. I'm sure we'll be seeing, yep, awesome. That's right, Tony B with the FroyoTech squad.
The beautiful, handsome Tony B is going to be interviewing some of your favorite TF2 invite players. And yeah, that's going to be, I think, it for us. My name is LaCrum. This is Rogue, and we'll see you at the grand finals.